For opening remarks on Amendment 51, 54 to House Amendment 5135 to Senate File 2310.
Thank you, Mr. President. Amendment 5154 is a strike-after amendment, though it does use essentially the same language as the House amendment did. Let me go through that amendment, and then I can take any questions that arise from that. First of all, it does incorporate all of the online learning conversation that Senator Kreinbrink spoke of, but it goes further by incorporating language that provides flexibility to meet offer and teach requirements through online learning for financial literacy, foreign language, and computer science. It also adds language to reflect the statewide online learning platform that is being developed between the Department of Education and the AEAs with the federal funding from CARES related to the pandemic. There are some additional technical changes related to online learning. It also goes into the Return to Learn plan that Senator Kreinbrink mentioned, and I'll just quickly hit on those points as we offer guidance and legislative direction for school districts as they develop their Return to Learn plans to incorporate potential closures and social distancing. First, this amendment allows schools to start before August 23rd for the upcoming school year, but only if it's included in the submission of their Return to Learn plan through the Department of Education and increases instructional hours as provided in the Governor's proclamation earlier this year. Second, it allows schools to use their professional development fund to increase instructional learning time for this year so that students might be in the classroom more. Next, it extends the open enrollment deadline for the 2 online learning schools to July 15th for those children who have a health condition or whose immediate family or caregivers have a health condition that would make them particularly susceptible to the COVID-19 infection. Next, it ensures that schools will provide resources to students enrolled in homeschool assistance programs or dual enrolled in other school programming. Next, it allows the Board of Directors of school districts to authorize closures under certain guidance from the Governor's office related to proclamations with the public health disasters. It provides that the state will not waive the required instructional time for the upcoming school year unless the school provides compulsory distance learning opportunities. However, unless explicitly authorized by a public health emergency, a brick-and-mortar school shall not take action to provide instruction primarily through online or remote learning. Next, it ensures that teachers and staff, if there is a time of school shutdown, it ensures that teachers and staff will be available for student learning during all of their contract hours, even if that is via remote opportunities. It allows schools flexibility when hiring teachers for the upcoming year. We do have some fears that there will be a teacher shortage related to teachers who have health concerns and choose not to return to the school in the fall because of that. And so it gives flexibility in endorsement requirements for 1 year for schools making the attempt to hire positions. Next, it requires schools to prioritize in-person instruction if they have a social distancing plan that involves switched hours, say a Monday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Thursday schedule to divide students' time at the school, that it would require that they focus on core content areas during that in-person instruction. Next, it provides that the assessment, the ISASP for the upcoming year will not be waived. That assessment needs to take place so that we can measure where our students are given the volatility that has occurred over the last several weeks of school instruction. Next, it does allow a waiver for the CPR requirement for graduation in the event of a school closure and the student is not able to get that certification prior to the end of the school year for this upcoming school year. Next, it allows a student with a health condition similar to the open enrollment piece. It allows that student to stay at home and remain a full-time enrolled student in a public school district, and the school would then provide the remote instruction that they have submitted for their Return to Learn plans if the child or a member of the child's family or a direct caregiver has a health condition that would be directly impacted by COVID-19 infection. It also grants the authority to determine social distancing measures to the local school board that best suits the local district so that decision-making happens locally in conjunction with any guidance submitted by the Iowa Department of Public Health, the CDC, and the county public health where the school resides. And finally, just because the information is important in our decision-making process, it does require schools to submit a COVID-19 impact report that would include reduction in spending related to school not being in session. It would include information on any employees, the numbers of employees that were laid off during any closures. And it would also include any expenditures that a school district incurred related to cleanup of their facilities or any other expenditures related to that, as well as any program cancellation related to COVID-19 closures. That concludes my opening comments on Amendment 5154, and I would be open to discussion.